Royal shock. Princess and break silence. What she saw King Charles and Camilla doing will haunt you. The royal family was already weathering the storm of public scrutiny after King Charles's recent health battles and Queen Camilla's quiet disappearance from the public eye. Yet nothing prepared the world for the haunting revelation made by Princess and during a quietly intense sit-down interview at Balmoral Castle. Her voice, steady but full of sorrow, carried a truth long buried beneath decades of silence. I saw them behind the veil of monarchy, and what I witnessed forever changed the way I looked at both of them. Princess and described the beginning of her suspicions tracing back to her childhood. While the public always saw a picture-perfect royal family, the inside of Buckingham Palace was a different world entirely. Her memories were laced with moments of isolation. Her father, Prince Philip, was often away. Her mother, Queen Elizabeth, was composed, disciplined, a monarch first, mother second. But it was the behavior of her brother Charles and his strange attachment to Camilla, even in his youth, that made and uneasy. Camilla wasn't always in the spotlight, but she was always there, even before Diana. And what's worse is what I saw when I wasn't supposed to be looking. At age 16, Anne recounted wandering through one of the lesser-known wings of Balmoral Castle when she stumbled upon a locked door left ajar. What she saw inside haunted her for decades. It looked like a shrine. Pictures of Camilla everywhere, some torn and taped back together. Notes, journals, I think. It wasn't romantic. It was obsessive. Disturbing. She believed it was Charles's private retreat, long before he was even officially courting Camilla. But the content suggested something darker. Notes about his dreams, fears, and an eerie passage. She completes the circle. Through her, I rise above the crown. In a revelation that rocked even seasoned royal correspondents and shared a tearful memory, Princess Diana, weeks before her death, had met with her in secret. Diana came to me, trembling. She said, "They're not what they seem, Anne. Camilla is pulling the strings, and Charles is letting her." According to Anne, Diana confided in her that she feared for her life. She said Camilla had threatened her in subtle ways, not with words, but with eyes, with silences, with her very presence. And tried to warn the palace, but her concerns were swept under the rug. Diana's words haunted her ever since the tragic accident in Paris, and then detailed her growing suspicion that King Charles was involved in a complex power dynamic orchestrated not by him, but by Camilla. She described Camilla as highly intelligent, cunning, and quietly dominating. She never raised her voice. She didn't need to. Somehow, she always got her way, not just with Charles, but with the entire palace machinery. And claimed that shortly after Queen Elizabeth's death, the shifts in power weren't merely constitutional, they were psychological. Camilla subtly began reshaping the monarchy. Ceremonial roles were adjusted. Staff changed. Old advisors were quietly dismissed. I didn't recognize the man Charles became. He used to be fragile, indecisive. Suddenly, he was bold, almost cold. It was as if someone had poured steel into his veins. One particularly harrowing night, Anne claimed she confronted both Charles and Camilla at Highgrove. It was pouring rain. Thunder cracked through the sky as Anne burst into the drawing room. I demanded answers. I was emotional. I accused Camilla of manipulating Charles. I told Charles he was becoming a stranger. What happened next shocked her more than anything. They laughed. Not in amusement, but in triumph. Camilla turned to me and said, "He finally sees the world clearly now, and you're the one who refuses to." That night ended with Anne walking out of Highgrove, soaked, broken, and more certain than ever that something unnatural was guiding the royal throne. In her most chilling disclosure, Anne revealed a pact made by the family after Queen Elizabeth's passing. She claimed the senior royals, including Charles, Camilla, and several key aides, signed a covenant of continuity, a document pledging loyalty to an unbreakable agenda meant to ensure the survival of the monarchy at any cost. Anne refused to sign. I was told I'd be sidelined, branded a traditionalist, a relic. They offered me a noble retirement, cushioned in royal silence. I declined. Instead, she retreated into a quieter life, focusing on charity work and avoiding key royal engagements. Princess Anne's revelations extended to Prince William as well. She described him as torn between duty and truth. William is his father's son, but he carries Diana's conscience. He's seen what's happening. He's seen who Camilla really is. But he's paralyzed. He fears tearing the kingdom apart. According to Anne, William once asked her privately, "Do I preserve the crown, or do I protect my children from it?" Anne broke down during this part of the interview. He's a good man, but they've boxed him in. And also spoke metaphorically, but hauntingly, of something she once saw in the palace mirrors. It sounds mad, but I remember once seeing Camilla's reflection, and it wasn't her face. It was younger, crueler, like something ancient watching me. I don't know what it means. Maybe the monarchy carries ghosts of its own. And said her reason for coming forward was not vengeance, but desperation. The public needs to understand that not all traditions are noble. Some are prisons. The monarchy has become a mask, and behind it, Charles and Camilla are rewriting history in secret. She begged for transparency, for a national reevaluation of the crown's role. Her last words in the interview were simple, devastating. "I saw them behind the illusion, behind the crown. I saw them behind the veil. And now, I can never unsee it." The interview aired once on a private royal documentary channel and was immediately pulled. But it had already gone viral. Social media exploded. Hashtags like #PrincessAnneSpeaks, #TheVeilRevealed, and #CamillaTruth dominated trending charts. The palace refused to comment. King Charles cancelled a scheduled engagement the next morning. Queen Camilla was photographed leaving Windsor with an unreadable expression. Some say Anne's words are the first crack in the monarchy's centuries-old armor. Others accuse her of fiction or betrayal. But no one denies something has shifted. The people are watching. And behind the curtain, shadows move.